Hey guys, Giants beat reporter Zach Rosenblatt here from NJ Advanced Media, and this is your latest update powered by the Talk is Cheap podcast. Superstar quarterback Deshaun Watson requested a trade from the Texans this week due to a dysfunctional situation in Houston. Watson is a truly elite quarterback and probably one of the 5 best players at his position in the NFL. It's rare that a player like that becomes available. Some around the league think that a trade can net the biggest haul any trade in NFL history has, considering the circumstances, that Watson is a young, elite player at the NFL's premium position. Will or should the Giants get involved? Should they? Absolutely. Watson is light years better than Daniel Jones, and the immediate future of their franchise would be altered by any deal bringing in a quarterback of this level of talent. Will they? Well, in all likelihood, it will take at least 3 first-round picks to deal for Watson, plus Jones, and maybe even Saquon Barkley. So it likely seems that co-owner John Mara would not want to devote that much capital to one player, and making it difficult to add many new players this offseason. Still, Watson is worth it considering his talent. The Giants still have 2 openings on their coaching staff at offensive line and outside linebackers, but it appears they are ready to fill at least one of them. Exiled Tennessee head coach Jeremy Pruitt is set to join Joe Judge's staff. It's unclear if he'll be the outside linebackers coach, but that seems likely. Pruitt was fired after just 3 years with the Volunteers amid accusations of recruiting violations. Pruitt's staff, according to one report, have been giving recruits money in McDonald's bags to convince them to come to Knoxville. Despite that, Pruitt is considered a quality defensive coach from his long tenure on Nick Saban's staff at Alabama. That's where he crossed paths with Joe Judge, too, who worked at Alabama from 2009 to 2011. It remains unclear who will get the Giants' offensive line coaching job, which was filled by Dave DeGuglielmo at midseason last year after Mark Colombo was fired. But 2 candidates that make sense include James Campen, who coached the Chargers last year and was a longtime Packers coach, and Ben Wilkerson, an assistant offensive line coach already on the Giants staff. The Giants have less salary cap space this offseason than originally expected. Due to a quirk in the NFL's collective bargaining agreement, the Giants will be paying 4 players more money than expected after they hit playing time incentives in the first 3 years of their NFL career. Those players are guard Will Hernandez, cornerback Isaac Yiadom, defensive lineman B.J. Hill, and outside linebacker Lorenzo Carter. Now the Giants are projected to be $3 million over the cap in 2021, but they can clear cap pretty easily by cutting players like Golden Tate, Nate Solder, Kevin Zeitler, Levine Toilolo, and linebacker David Mayo. For all the latest Giants news, turn to the sports section of NJ.com and download the Talk is Cheap podcast wherever podcasts are available.
Late one night in 2016, Israeli artist Eyal Gever was sitting in his studio when suddenly the phone rang. On the other end of the line was NASA.
It was one of those Forrest Gump moments.
They wanted him to design the very first piece of art to ever be created in space. His mission was to distill the essence of humanity into a small, printable plastic statue. And that task soon became a global meme. Check out this story and many others on Israel Story, the This American Life of Israel. Find Israel Story wherever you get your podcasts.
Acast recommends.